guys, so for today's video, I decided to film everything I ate in a week. Since going into quarantine, I have been cooking so much. Like literally every meal I've been making something. Usually I don't have time for that, but honestly I feel like I have so much time now, like why not make a cool fun meal every time I eat? So yeah, I thought I would put together this video, 3 meals every day. I didn't include my snacks because I thought the video would be a little bit too long. In retrospect, I probably could have. I don't have like super intricate snacks. Normally like some fruit, popcorn, and pretzels. I'm a big fan of bowls of cereal at like 9 p.m. I also have like 2 snacks a day, so like 3 meals, 2 snacks. I really eat a lot. The portions are probably bigger than most people eat, and I don't know, I just have a really big appetite. I eat pretty healthy too, so maybe these meals aren't really realistic for everyone. It uses a lot of like fresh produce, fruits, vegetables. I think it's really yummy, but once again, not for everyone, but maybe you can still get some recipe ideas from this video. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy, and without further ado, let's get started. So I start off every morning with a cup of coffee, except I'm a little bit psycho and I do a triple shot of espresso. And then for my milk, I use the Khalifa almond milk creamer, and this is the vanilla flavor, but I actually prefer the hazelnut. It's just the one they had at the store. So I'll normally just sip on that for a little bit and then wait till I'm actually hungry to eat my breakfast, which is probably like an hour and a half later. So for breakfast on Monday, I decided I was feeling something a little bit sweet, so I whipped up some oatmeal. Basically how I do this is I just get like half a cup of quick oats and I mix that together with 1 cup of water. I know, a little bit controversial, I just don't love the taste of almond milk in oatmeal, and I think water is just fine. So I'll make that, and then what I've been doing lately is I cut up half an apple and I put that on top of my oatmeal along with a little bit of honey. So yummy, kind of like an apple pie sort of thing. I also normally do cinnamon, but I forgot to do that this day. And yeah, that's breakfast. For lunch, I was really feeling a salad, and normally I wouldn't make a salad at home because it takes a lot of time, but honestly, all I have is time right now. So I just cut up some romaine lettuce, some bell peppers, cucumbers, some diced up baby carrots. I also heated up some edamame in the microwave I added, as well as some pickled onions, a little bit of leftover shrimp, and then a bit of avocado. And then for my dressing, I just used some balsamic vinegar, and that is my very large salad. And I also had a little bit of olive bread to go with that. We actually made this exact dinner in my last what I eat in a day at home video, so I'll link that down below for the details. This is literally the same chicken I made in that video. It's a little bit of a complicated recipe, but so yummy, just like Chipotle. And then I also made some cauliflower, cilantro, lime rice by basically just mixing some cilantro and lime juice with the rice. We also sauteed some peppers and onions in the leftover chicken seasoning, and then my sister made some guacamole. And basically in my bowl, I just had some of the cauliflower rice, some romaine lettuce, a bit of the chicken and the veggies. I also added some guacamole, a little bit of sour cream, and then some salsa. I'd say it's just kind of like a more healthified version of Chipotle, still so yummy. And then for dessert, I had a vegan fudgesicle by the brand Good Pop. For Tuesday, I once again started off my morning with some coffee, except I changed it up a little bit to make it iced. And then for breakfast, I just kind of made this egg white spinach scramble. I know, a little bit boring, but on top I've just put some pepper, salt, red pepper flakes, and then everything but the bagel seasoning just makes it taste a whole lot better. I also added some arugula, some fresh raspberries, and then a piece of toast, and that was my breakfast. For lunch, I whipped up one of my favorite smoothie bowls. I don't really like acai, so I do more of a tropical theme when I make these. It's basically just 1 cup frozen pineapple, half a cup of frozen mango, and then just enough almond milk to make it blend. I also normally add 1 frozen banana as well to get that creamy texture, and then I literally force it to blend so it still stays thick. The secret is using all frozen fruit and then making it blend so it's like this ice creamy texture. And then on top I added some fresh blueberries, raspberries, and then this vanilla almond flax granola, which is so yummy. If you've ever had the vanilla blue sky bowl from Jamba Juice, it tastes just like that, except obviously not blue and a little bit healthier. For dinner, we roasted up a ton of veggies. We had Brussels sprouts, carrots, broccoli, and cauliflower, all with various spices. And then I also had one of these Dr. Prager's California veggie burgers, as well as a Tex-Mex burger. These are honestly my favorite veggie burgers. I also topped the Brussels sprouts with some sriracha and had some ketchup on the side with my burgers. And I know, not very cute, but guys, this was one of my favorite dinners of the week. It was so good. And then for dessert, I had one of these creamsicle Good Pops. You guessed it, guys, I'm once again starting off my day with a triple shot espresso. It has to happen now, I can't even avoid it. And then for breakfast this day, I was feeling some avocado toast. It was a little bit late. I think I made this at like 11:30, so I just made one piece. And then we had this really tiny avocado that I decided to cut up and use for my toast. Normally I would just use half, but this was literally so small. I just put the whole thing on my piece of toast. And then I added some salt, pepper, red pepper flakes, and then everything but the bagel seasoning. This is basically like my favorite spice combination for all breakfast foods. For lunch, I made a little Mediterranean-inspired sandwich, so I toasted my bread and then added some roasted red pepper hummus on one piece, and then we had some leftover grilled veggies, so I put those on top. It was zucchini, peppers, and mushrooms. I also added these marinated red peppers and then some spinach, and then I made this like dairy-free tzatziki sauce. It was half a cup of unsweetened coconut milk yogurt, a teaspoon of garlic, about a teaspoon of lemon juice, a tablespoon of dill, and then a little bit of salt to taste, and then I just mixed that all together and put a little bit of that on the other slice of my bread. And then I also heated up some of this vegan tomato soup, so good and dairy free because I try to avoid dairy. And that was my lunch. I mean, is this not the best looking sandwich you've ever seen? It was so good. For dinner, we grilled up some chicken breast, just seasoned with basil, salt, pepper, and garlic. And then we also sauteed some more peppers and onions. And then we did a little Mediterranean bowl kind of situation. So we just made some orzo, and then I topped that with the roasted vegetables and then some chicken. We also cut up some cucumbers to add, and then the rest of my tzatziki sauce, which actually turned out so good. I would definitely recommend you try it. And then for dessert, I had another good pop. If you can't tell, I'm kind of obsessed with this brand of popsicles. They're all so yummy. So once again, we're back to the oatmeal. It's really my go-to when I'm craving something sweet in the morning, except this time I made it a little bit different. I took it out a minute early and I added some frozen blueberries on top, and then I put it back in for the remaining minute just to let the blueberries get warm and kind of melt a little bit so they can mix into the oatmeal like this. I also added about half a banana on top and then some fresh blueberries as well. I wouldn't say it's as good as the apple oatmeal I normally make, but still a good change of pace. For lunch, I made one of my favorite smoothies. It's just half a cut up green apple, a handful of baby carrots, about a cup of frozen pineapple, and then a big handful of spinach and a little bit of ginger. And then I also add 1 cup of unsweetened almond milk and then blend that all together. I don't even know how to describe the taste of this smoothie. It's just so sweet and like refreshing at the same time. You should definitely try it out, especially if you like ginger. And for dinner, we had a little salad bar kind of thing. So basically, it was just like some romaine lettuce with some cut up cucumbers, peppers, onions, stuff like that. And then I also added some leftover grilled vegetables, some chicken, a little bit of broccoli, half an avocado, and then some of this ginger balsamic vinaigrette we had. Honestly, the dressing was a little bit weird, but besides that, very good salad combination. And then for dessert, my mom made this gluten dairy-free carrot cake. She really perfected how to make it like be gluten-free and not have that really weird gluten-free texture that a lot of baked goods have. I'll have the recipe down below. It's actually so freaking good. So I had this slice and then another half slice after that, and then a pretty major stomach ache, but still worth it. Okay guys, at this point you know the drill, triple shot latte, and then we actually had the hazelnut creamer finally, so I used that, definitely my preferred flavor of this Khalifa creamer. Then I made a loaded veggie omelet with some bell peppers, mushrooms, onions, and then a bunch of spinach, and then I just sauteed that in a pan until the spinach cooked down. Then I added a bunch of egg whites just to fill the pan, and I let that cook through. Because egg whites are pretty boring, I seasoned with salt, pepper, and red pepper flakes, and I had the heat on a little bit too high, so not the cutest omelet, but still super yummy. And then on the side, I just had some raspberries, and that was breakfast. For lunch, I had one of these Trader Joe's bean and rice burritos. So the way I make these is I wrap it in a paper towel and I put it in the microwave for 2 minutes. I also snacked on some green grapes while that was cooking. And because most microwave burritos end up pretty soggy, I then put it in the oven for like 5 minutes just to crisp up a little bit. And after that, it was perfect. This is the best way to make microwave burritos. And for dinner, we are clearly on a bit of a Trader Joe's kick, so we just steamed some of these chicken gyoza dumplings from Trader Joe's as well as these veggie ones, and then we also had some steamed broccoli and green beans on the side. So a little bit of a boring dinner, but guys, you have to try these dumplings from Trader Joe's. They are so good. Hope you all enjoyed that video, and if you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below. I post new videos every single Saturday. I also have an Instagram. It is at Ella_Elbells, so go ahead and follow me on that, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!